Hey loves, today we're going to create this look. It is kind of a living dead girl. You can be a spider queen, you can be a ghost, whatever you prefer. Just follow these steps if you want to look dead this Halloween. If you want to see how I got this look, just keep watching. Alright, so let's get started. First we are going to prime our skin. I use the Nivea Men Shape Balm. It's weird, I know, but it works great under body paint and face paint. So first I'm going to lay down a layer of the Manic Panic Dream Tone. This is just a white foundation. I prefer having that layer between the face paint and my skin. I just feel like it works a little better, it looks a little smoother. Now we're going to go in with the Mehron face paint, body paint. It is water activated and we're going to use the white shade. And I'm just going to blend that all over my face, and then partway through that I decided I wanted to add a little bit of concealer to go underneath that body paint, face paint as well. So I'm just applying that underneath my eyes and on my lids. This is the Lavender Concealer from NYX. Really great at helping you look dead because it's like a really light lavender shade. And now we are going to apply that white face paint all over on top of that. And I'm just using a larger brush because I do want to apply it to my neck and shoulders as well. If you were going to go out on Halloween like this, clearly I just was sitting in my beauty room and applying this makeup, so I did not apply it everywhere, but you can apply it anywhere you would like to. So I'm just taking it down my neck and onto my shoulders now. Clearly I missed some spots, so I would definitely have someone help you with this if you are going to wear this out. Now I'm just going to set that all in place with a white face powder. This is just a random white face powder I got at Hot Topic a couple years ago. I'm just using a big fluffy brush to set all of that down. Okay, and now I'm going to fill in my brows. This is just a black matte shadow from Sugarpill. It is bulletproof, so just filling in my brows. Not too much different than I normally would. You can change the shape. I did exaggerate the arch just a little bit. Now I'm going to go into the 88 Original palette from Coastal Scents. I'm going to use this white shade all over the lid and then a selection of these grays on the other side. So first I'm just covering my entire lid with the white just to make sure everything blends nicely. And then I just took kind of a mixture of those grays and a giant fluffy brush, and I'm just carving out the hollows of my eyes just all across the crease down to the inner corner. Definitely bringing that shadow all the way in is what's going to help you appear more tired, which makes you look more dead. And now I'm just dragging that underneath my eyes and down the sides of my nose. I end up repeating these steps over and over again with different shadows and different depths. So now I am just using that to contour a little bit. The shades weren't quite as intense as I wanted them to be, so I decided to grab a more pigmented shade. This is just kind of a taupey gray from Makeup Forever. I was hoping to keep it all in the gray scale. It does look pretty gray on the face, but it does pull a little bit of taupe. So if you have a super pigmented gray, maybe try that. Or go with the taupe. It does make you look a little bit dirty, but that works because clearly you have spiders all over you. And now I am just kind of deepening and carving out my collarbones and making it look a little more skeletal. Making myself look more dead. And I'm just going with a smaller blending brush and carving out my cheekbones a little more, just layering on that shadow on top of the other shades. I start with the lightest shade and then do the mid-tone shade, and then I go in with a darker shade after this, and I go in and blend in between every single one. There is an annoying amount of blending in this video. And now I'm just deepening up the crease again, just going back in and layering that on over and over and over again. And now I'm going to use the black shade in that palette and just deepen up the crease, and then I'm going to drag that onto the eyelid. I want the eyelid to... The lash line is going to be the darkest, and it's going to fade out into kind of the taupey gray into the lighter gray. So I'm just applying that with a fluffy brush, and I'm using a fluffy brush because I want it to be super soft. So I'm just blending and blending and blending and adding a little bit at a time. And I'm also dragging that underneath on my lower lash line as well. It's okay if it's messy because clearly this is messy and super blended out. I don't think if you're dead you're going to look perfect, but I want it to look like I looked good when I died, if that makes sense. Now we're going to go back in with that taupey gray shade and blend out the edges. I literally go back and forth between these two shades over and over and over again. It just kind of helps it look more blended if you go in with the dark shade and then blend out the edges once again. And I'm just using that fluffy giant blending brush. Now we're going back in with the black shade. And we're going to contour again the sides of my nose. I take this on my cheekbones, on my jawline, a little bit down on my collarbones as well. Concentrating that color on the inner corner right now. So just going with that smaller brush, and then I'm going to go back in with the taupe right on top of that with a fluffy blending brush, the smaller, like mid-sized fluffy blending brush. I use 3, plus a giant blush brush. So I'm just blending out all of that again. And now I'm just taking the black shade, a mixture of the black and the taupe together, and contouring my cheekbones as well. So just going back in again, and then blending that out again. That was my little I'm blending dance. Alright, now we're going to take a black liner. This is just a Rimmel liner in black, and I'm just going to line my waterline and my lower lash line. Again, you don't have to be too precise. I'm also going to bring this on my lid to line my lash line up there as well. And now I'm just taking a little smudger guy, and I'm going to buff that back and forth, and smudge it all out. I did take a little bit of black shadow on top of that as well after I smudged it, just to deepen it up and set it in place. Now we're going to apply some mascara. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Any mascara will do because I am going to cover it up with false lashes. And these ones are from Allure and Vegas Nay. They are the super wispy, double layered, amazing lashes. These of course are optional. I wanted to be a girly, kind of feminine, pretty dead girl, so that's totally up to you. You do you. Now we're going to fill in our lips with that white face paint, and I'm just kind of buffing it out with a larger brush now. This is the first kind of lip option. There are 2, so I'm just taking some of that black liner and applying it to the center of my lips and buffing it out so you look super dead. I feel like this is a slightly more realistic dead girl option. So this is what that would look like if you stopped right there. I did decide to add some sparkly spiders. Look at the difference between my hand. I was amused. I obviously did paint my other hand. So now we're just going to apply some of these spiders. They are self-adhesive. I found them at Michael's. They were on sale for 50% off right now, so they were only $1.99 instead of $3.99. So that's what it looks like as the completed look if you stop there. But then I did do a different lip as well. So we're going to get into that in just a moment. Alright, so I am just using Bull Chic from ColourPop, and this is just the liner, so I'm just lining my lips and then filling it in with the lippy stick. Alright loves, that is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. If you ever create any of my looks, please tag me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or send me a Snapchat. I would love to see. I have so much fun creating these Halloween looks for you. It's definitely my favorite time of year. I hope you guys have a wonderful and safe Halloween. Love you guys so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!